people like to talk about these two as rivals. But did you know that the Toyota Supra and the Nissan Skyline GT-R were never really supposed to be competing with each other? Like, at all. But here's how it happened. When the Supra first showed up, it wasn't the performance-focused machine you know today. It was just a fancier Celica, really. A comfy, rear-wheel drive Grand Tourer. Meanwhile, the GT-R, starting all the way back in the 70s, was already out to dominate races in Japan. That car had a mission from day one: win. But fast forward to the 90s. You've got the MK4 Supra and the R33 and R34 running head-to-head as serious top contenders. Now we're talking. Both had twin turbos, both were becoming icons, and that's when people started pitting them as rivals. Under the hood, the Supra and the GT-R had very similar setups. Both ran inline-six engines with twin turbos, the Supra with a 3-liter 2JZ GTE, and the GT-R with Nissan's RB26DE TT. Now, you know the story. Both were limited to 276 horsepower due to Japan's automaker's gentleman's agreement at the time. But in reality, it's said that both engines were underrated. They made more power than advertised, closer to 320 horsepower, and more importantly, they were well built, with strong internals and over-engineered blocks. The whole deal. These definitely weren't fragile sports cars. They were built to take abuse, and tuners quickly figured out how much headroom they had. Both platforms delivered real performance with plenty of serious potential. On paper, the GT-R usually came out on top. It had all-wheel drive with that sweet Atessa tech and rear-wheel steering. That car had a lot of computers in it, before that was even a thing. The Supra, however, was more old school. Big turbo power, manual gearbox, and a little tail happy if you pushed it too hard. But here's the kicker. Once tuners got their hands on either one of them, especially the Supra, it was game over. With that 2JZ GTE, you could crank it up to 600, 800, even 1,000 horsepower, and it can safely handle it. Talk about over-engineering. Now sure, the GT-R could be tuned too, and people did some wild builds with that car. But the Supra became the hero car, especially after Fast and Furious hit. Everyone wanted one, and everyone still does. The Supra's rise in value might as well have started the moment it showed up in the Fast and the Furious. That orange MK4 Brian drove became a symbol. It represented the underground tuning scene, speed, style, everything the early 2000s car culture stood for. After that movie, demand for Supras exploded. It's fair to say, people really wanted one. At the same time, the Nissan Skyline GT-R became a household name through video games. Titles like Gran Turismo, Need for Speed, and even Midnight Club gave players a taste of what the car could do. It was fast, sharp, and definitely unbeatable in the right hands, and it stuck in people's minds. For many, the GT-R became the ultimate choice, even if they only experienced it through a video game controller. In the US, among other countries, the desire to own one only grew stronger because the R34 was illegal to import. It never passed federal regulations for crash safety, so it stayed out of reach. That made it rare. And in car culture, as we all know, rarity drives value. Everyone wanted the car they couldn't have. The Supra had a global spotlight. The GT-R had digital dominance and real-world exclusivity. Together, that created two legends, and their prices skyrocketed from there. Now today's versions, the R35 GT-R is this wild all-wheel drive beast. It's been around since 2007, and it's been rivaling supercars ever since. And it also keeps getting more expensive. The new Supra, however, yeah, it's back, but it's not the same, is it? It's a rebadged BMW Z4. Cool car, sure, but it's not trying to fight the GT-R anymore. But honestly, it doesn't matter, because even now, you line up an MK4 Supra and an R34 GT-R at a meet, they still draw a crowd. And that crowd will still argue about which one is better. And that's what makes this rivalry so special. It wasn't planned, it just happened. The Supra versus the GT-R. Two legends. Same era, not in the same class, yet somehow ended up competing with each other. And it doesn't matter how different they are, we still love them. If you had to pick one, The Toyota Supra or the Nissan GT-R? Which one would you pick? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you're into these type of car history videos, let me know what you'd like to see next. Hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one.